Hello students, today let us start the new lesson Gandhian age, that is from 1919 to 1947. The period between 1919 to 1947 is known as a Gandhian era. It is a Gandhian period because Mahatma Gandhi played an important role in the freedom movement. Okay, he has created his own way of a struggle. Okay, and you also know that we remember Mahatma Gandhi as a Bapu. Okay, he was a great leader in the Indian freedom movement. Okay, and he also had tried to bring the harmony between the Hindus and Muslims, and he also tried to eradicate untouchability. Okay, so the period 1919 to 1947 is known as a Gandhian period. It means Gandhian era. Okay, so you know that he is known for the non-violence. Okay, so non-violence and satyagraha, there is two weapons. Okay, so what is satyagraha? Satya means truth, agraha means compulsion. So satyagraha means stand by the side of the truth. Okay, so non-violence and satyagraha were his weapons. Okay, and he also tried to convert this freedom movement into a mass movement. Okay, and also you people know that he is known for his simplicity and truthfulness. Okay, so that is about his character. Now let us know about his early life, that is beginning early life and his growth. Okay, and you all know that he was born on 2nd October 1869 at Porbandar. Okay, and his parents were father Karamchand Gandhi and mother Putali Bai, right? And his mother had greatly influenced him in the moral values. Okay, and apart from that, Gandhiji was also greatly influenced by the prominent books. Okay, like our holy book called Bhagavad Gita, and also the Leo Tolstoy's book called as The Kingdom of God is Within You, and also the Harishchandra drama. Okay, so these books had played a very important role. That means it influenced him in a greater way. Okay, so Gandhiji had his primary education in Porbandar, and later he went to England for higher studies, and he got his law degree in Britain. Okay, and afterwards in 1891 he returned back to India and he began to practice as a lawyer in Mumbai. Okay, and later on he received an invitation from Abdullah Company to work as a legal advisor in South Africa. So now he is supposed to go to South Africa, and actually he intended to be there for only 3 months, but it ended with 20 years. Okay, there in South Africa he was greatly shocked to see the plight of the blacks. Okay, so after he been there for a long period, he returned back to India, that is in the 1915. Okay, and after he came back to India in the 1915, he established Sabarmati Ashram at Gujarat. Okay, and afterwards his political guru Gopala Krishna Gokhale, so as per the advice of him, okay, he travelled India. That means he toured throughout India in order to get to know the sorrowful condition of the Indians. Okay, and he began to know about the situations and the conditions of the different classes of the people in the society. Okay, so now we'll know about his initial movement, that means initial protest. Before he plunged into the politics, he had been with the several movement with the farmers, okay, and various tribals also. So now let us know about his influence, that means his part in the farmers revolt. Okay, there were two revolts that was held in the year 1915. Okay, between that, so that is a Champaran movement and the Kheda movement. Okay, so now firstly we will know about the Champaran movement. Champaran, it's a place in Bihar. Here the planters forced the farmers to grow the indigo plant, and also forced the Britishers to buy this indigo at a very less price. Okay, so Gandhiji launched a movement against this and insisted the Britishers to pay high price for this product. Okay, so this is how he helped Champaran farmers. Okay, so this is how the problem of the farmers get solved. Okay, later on another movement, that is farmers struggle, that is Kheda. Okay, Kedah is an important district in Gujarat state. Okay, in 1918, farmers were economically weak, become weak due to the failure of the crops. But the British did not exempt them by paying the tax. Okay, so they appealed the government to reduce their tax and also to cancel their tax, but the British government refused to do that. Okay, so Gandhiji supported to this movement, okay, and asked the British to exempt, that means waive off the land tax, but the British did not do. And finally, after the revolt, the government agreed, okay, and also insist, that means allowed the people that whoever have been able to pay the tax could pay. Okay, so Gandhiji accepted this movement and agreed to take back the Satyagraha. So like this, Gandhiji, before plunging into the politics, he had been with the several revolt with the farmers. Okay, so the year 1919 is a very important year for the Gandhiji's freedom movement. Okay, because it is this year the Gandhiji had entered into the Indian politics. We know about the non-cooperation movement, which was launched in the year 1920 by Mahatma Gandhi. It was a movement against the British, against the repression in Punjab. Okay, you have studied after Jallianwala Bagh massacre, Gandhiji vowed not to cooperate with the British, and in the Nagpur session they had decided to launch a non-cooperation movement. Okay, so how did the Indians not to cooperate? How did the Indians show their revolt against the British? Okay, so they showed their revolt against the British by giving away the honorary titles given by the British. Okay, the British had given the titles to Gandhiji like Kesari Hind. Okay, so what did he do? He returned that title. Okay, this is how he showed his revolt. That means he showed his non-cooperation to the British. And again, you have learned that Rabindranath Tagore was knighted. Okay, so Rabindranath Tagore had returned his knighthood also. Okay, later on, it was followed by a boycott of schools. Many boycotted the schools, courts, and government office, legislations, and also people began to resign the legislatures. Okay, and also began to leave the government jobs. Okay, and even they had started burning the foreign goods also. Okay, so strikes and hartas everywhere were found. So this is how they revolted against the British. Okay, so like this non-cooperation movement had been successful in the beginning. Okay, and later on during this period, the Congress also had taken up some constructive work, like they had to introduce the charaka, and they have introduced the khadi. Okay, and also help the untouchables. It means they removed the concept of untouchable and work for the Harijans. Okay, so like this, they had taken up even the constructive work also. Okay, but in the end, that is in the 1922, in order to put an end to this oppression, the Britishers had taken up the violent method. Okay, so the Indians enraged with this, and they attacked the police station at a Chauri Chaura. Okay, Chauri Chaura, it is a place in Uttar Pradesh. Okay, so when the British took up the violent method to suppress this revolt, the Indian people, they attacked the Chauri Chaura police station and burned alive 22 policemen. Okay, so this greatly hurt Gandhiji, and later on he took back the non-cooperation movement. Now we'll know about the Simon Commission 1928. Okay, so the British had sent the commission, which is known as the Simon Commission, because it was named after John Simon. Okay, so the commission is called as a Simon Commission is because it's named after the secretary called as a John Simon. Okay, so this commission visited India in 1928 in order to study the 1919 reform, which is called as a Montego-Chelmsford reform. Okay, and this commission has to study the 1919 reforms and to have to give the report of its functioning in Indian provinces. Okay, So this commission, that is a committee, consisted of only the Englishmen, and there were no representatives of India. That means this commission had got only the English people and there were no Indians. Okay, so the Congress did not like this. So they boycotted this commission. Okay, so how did they boycott? They boycotted the commission by showing the black flag, and also they had also a slogan, that means Simon go back. Okay, so they boycotted the commission on its arrival with a black flag and slogan Simon go back. Okay, and after that all India strike was also organized on the other side also, that is in the other part of the India also. Okay, and the police lathi charged in order to disperse this movement. It means disperse this mob or disperse this demonstration. Okay, and it was said that it was during this demonstration police lathi charged Lala Lajpat Rai, and he was greatly affected. It means he was greatly wounded and later on he died. Okay, so this is about the Simon Commission. So now we will know about what is this complete independence or a Purna Swaraj. Okay, in December 1929, the annual meeting of the Congress was held at Lahore, and it was presided by Jawaharlal Nehru. That is, Jawaharlal Nehru became its president. Okay, and in this that means in this meeting, the Congress declared a Purna Swaraj. That is, Purna means complete, Swaraj means independence. Okay, they declared a Purna Swaraj, okay, as its ultimate goal. Okay, and it also asked all the members of the Congress to resign from the legislation and also not to contest in the forthcoming election, that is in the legislature. Okay, and it was also decided to observe 26th January as a complete Independence Day or a Purna Swaraj Day. Okay, so to achieve this, that the Congress had decided, that means to achieve this aspect, the Congress had decided to conduct a mass movement. Okay, so as it was a failure, in order to keep the memory of this decision, you know that our government after independence has decided to adopt the Constitution of Independent India on January 26th, 1950. So this day, that is 26th January, is celebrated as a Republic Day in remembrance of this